Hey YouTube world, I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be going over 5 different indie brands in the mid-range section that you may not have heard of, and it's worth taking a look at. And this is inspired by all of you. A couple of you have reached out, seen my videos on indie bag brands reviews and whatnot, and basically reached out, which I completely appreciate. Please do keep reaching out to me. I love having these conversations with you all, and ask me, about certain brands that, if I could do a review on them and share my thoughts. So again, these are my thoughts on these particular brands. So let's just get right into it. All right, so I've got my laptop here with all of my notes, and I'll make sure to show screenshots, and everything should be linked down in the description show notes for you. And as a quick reminder, I know this is not a common terminology. I'm trying to make it a thing, so help me make it a thing, right? There is big luxury, right? Where it's the Gucci, the Louis Vuittons, the Chanels of the world that we all know as kind of like household names at this point. Then there are indie brands. Most of us refer to, the mid-range, but for me, I like to call them the indie brands because they're independently owned. They're not owned by a big conglomerate like, like I said, the Louis Vuittons, the Kering Group, LVMH, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So most of these indie brands, in my definition, have been started in the past 10, 15 years. And they are, like I said, independently owned, hence why I call them indie bag brands. So the first brand is, again, I'm going to butcher all of these names, so don't mind me. Correct me in the comment section, if you will. So the first brand is going to be La Portegna. La Porte. I'm going to call it La Porte for short because this is throwing me off. So this is a pretty interesting brand, and it started in 2009. And the story behind this, again, I'll talk a little bit about what I've found on their website and the information that they have shown or shared with us on their website only. So they started in 2009, inspired the founders by their grandfather and his travels with Ernest Hemingway, which I found really cool. Because all of the pictures of their grandparents, going from Africa to like different countries and just traveling, and there's always some sort of pictures of travel bags with them. So that inspired them, supposedly, for them to start this brand. They do use vegetable tan leather, which is the most traditional way and the slowest way, which also leads to the most durable leather. So if you're ever looking for leather that is durable, you want to make sure it is vegetable tan leather. The other side of it is chrome leather tanning. And that is just obviously using chrome, and it's a much faster way to produce and color the leathers, et cetera, et cetera. Hence, it's not as durable. So something to think about if that's important to you. They pride themselves in using natural leathers such as cotton, leathers, and jute. All of this is going to be designed, sourced, and handcrafted all in Spain, which I thought was pretty cool. Instead of sourcing leather from other EU countries or whatnot, they actually keep it all within Spain. So the models that really interest me is actually a couple of them. I remember looking at this. I'll insert their handle down below, but they reached out to me and asked me to review this quite a while back. And I did look at their website. It didn't really interest me that much. Like their styles, it was just not my taste. But I revisited that idea and looked at their website. It seems like they've since then released a couple new models that actually was very appealing to me. So the Paula, the first one, I was like, ooh, I kind of like this a lot because it kind of reminds me in between the Celine bag as well as the Acne Studios Musubi tote bag or crossbody bag, whatever you call it. It's like a hybrid between the two. I've wanted the Acne Studio Musubi bag for a while, but then when I really look at it, the little wings or the little tie bows hangs off. It's a little excessive. It seems very dramatic, and it doesn't seem like it will be a bag that I can use on a daily basis. And then I've always wanted the Celine tote bag, the bucket bag as well, but then it's just like there's not enough flair to it for me to want it, right? To justify spending that much money, which is thousands of dollars. Celine from the Phoebe Philo days, they're still thousands of dollars. It didn't warrant me to add that to my collection. Now, this particular one, the Paula bag here. It's a kind of a in-between, and I really like it. The ties on the side aren't so dramatic that you can't wear on a daily basis, but then still it's got that little oomph to it, right? I really like that one. And then of course the Paulita, which is a cute, super cute name, Paula and Paulita. I think this one is a great option as well. It's classic enough looking that you can use it all the time, but then it's still a little bit different than your usual crossbody bags, right? Then I was looking at the Claudia bag. I think that one's kind of cute. It reminds me of the Senrev one, where this one just has like an extra built-in crossbody as opposed to like a chain that you would attach with the Senrev one. It's like a, cute dumpling bag. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm not sure if it doesn't seem like the straps are detachable. That would be a plus if you can detach it. So that way it could be more versatile in terms of you switching it between a leather strap and or a chain strap, right? Or if you want to use it as a clutch, right? So that would have been some of the feedback I would give to this particular bag. The sole tote, I think it's kind of cool looking. I know at some point the Celine, all kinds of brands came out with like the canvas tote. I think this is a solid one for $455. It's a little high in my opinion, but if it's a quality made bag, now again, as a disclaimer, I have never seen any of these bags in person, which, maybe I'll add one of these to my collection. I don't know. But based on what I see online, these are my thoughts, right? So I think it's cool, but for a crossbody bag that is fully leather to be it's cheaper than the canvas tote bag. I don't know. I don't know how materials are being sourced and how they're worked on. I guess organic cotton could be more expensive than leather. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. So what I do not like, I think this is one of the ones I saw back in the day, is the Jane crossbody bags. I don't know. I think these are just ugly. There's no way around it. It's ugly. This is not flattering at all. Like, it's kind of a backpack, but it's kind of a crossbody. It's a sling bag. I don't know. I do not like that style. I think this particular style is very popular in Europe because I've seen a couple brands that produce this kind of style. Not a fan. They also make shoes, which is kind of cool because, kind of goes hand in hand leather, right? They look nice, very beachy or Spanish, again, true to their style here. But for me, I just look at those shoes and I just feel pain. It looks like pain. There's zero support. It's just a piece of thin leather. I'm old. I got terrible feet, so this is not something I would buy. So another thing that I keep going on and on about, why don't these websites or these brands put the weight of the bag on their website? It's, again, very simple to do. They've got the dimensions on here. You could just put the ounces or the grams on here to let us know how heavy the bag is or how not heavy the bag is, right? All right, so moving on to the second brand, which is Arcadia. Something I can pronounce. Apparently, to me, I feel like if you're going to create a bag brand, you need to have a name that is easy to pronounce. If you're just focusing on your local, market, fine. But if you want to go globally, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, or, Celine, these are all really easy names to pronounce, right? Arcadia, it's not a hard name to pronounce. The previous brand, La Portegna, again, call me ignorant if you will, but if most people can't pronounce your bag brand and your name and make it really easy to say, that's going to hinder you, in my opinion. So anyways, going back to Arcadia, their website didn't really say much. Like, they said that they handmade their bags in Italy, and they source only from Italy. I mean, that's pretty much it. They don't talk about vegetable tanning, leather tanning. They don't talk about, how these bags are made. It should be for indie brands. That's what differentiates them from like the big luxury, right? And you've heard me say this before. That's how the transparency and your story and your models and designs, that's what resonates with clients nowadays or consumers like me. I want to know the story. I want to know, what is the inspiration? Now, obviously, don't make it fluffy or anything, right? Let's be authentic, say things on your website about your brand that actually have substance. But Arcadia literally had no information, which is fine. I think I also looked at this when you reached out to me to do a review on them back in the day, and I think most of them were the patent leathers. They were really into their patent leathers, and I was just like, nope, I don't like patent leathers. So that's why I didn't look at it. But then when I revisited it recently, they do have a lot of other options that are just, you know, classic leathers, smooth skin, or maybe mock croc, which I'm totally about that, right? So the models I really like is the Emma satchel. There's a couple different sizes. The medium one and the little crossbody do interest me quite a bit. I think the design of it is super unique where it just opens up at the top. The hardware looks pretty cool, and it seems like it does fit quite a lot. The one thing is a complete turnoff for me with the Emma satchel is the hardware. The little hardware that connects the actual bag to the handle, I don't like it. It looks cheap. So if they were to make an update to that little, you know, D-ring, I guess what you call it, the rings that hold the bag to the handle, if you made it look nicer or a little bit more special, a little bit more unique, I would have totally have bought this bag. And they're on sale right now. They're doing their winter sale. The other one that also caught my eye is the Heritage Hobo. The Heritage Hobo I thought was really cute. I don't know the functionality of it. It seems like it could be a little bit bulky. The dimensions on here doesn't really tell me too much and how I can envision it. Like, is it only the crook of your arm kind of bag, or can you shoulder it? And if you shoulder it, does it look kind of weird? I wish there were more videos or model shots of how the bag would look. But overall, the design of it looks really nice. And I also am looking at the inside of it. I wonder how the zipper is going to work. Like, I'm looking at this particular picture here and the zipper seems a little wavy. When it's a model, I'm just ripping all of these bags apart, aren't I? when the zipper, like your model shot of the bag, the zipper is wavy, I don't know. That doesn't look very refined to me or sophisticated to me. It could be better. So, but I'm just, again, being nitpicky. I do like how their little logo is super tiny on the bottom. That really plays to the whole low-key kind of aspect of it. And briefly just talking about other models that they have that I thought were very interesting looking and unique designs is the iClone satchel. Again, you know me with my top handles and the crossbodies. I love those, right? So this one looks pretty unique. It looks like a little pillbox, but then it's got a cool design on top of it. That one is definitely of interest to me as well. And then the last one I want to go over, it's the Grandma Hobo. That thing just looks like a croissant. So I'm not too much of a hobo person, but I don't know. I think another YouTuber was talking about the croissant bag from Lemaire. So that one is like super popular. I think this could be a good alternative. How functional it is, I'm not sure, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of room in between the strap and the actual bag itself. So it's just basically just like on your shoulder or on the crook of your arm. Whereas the Lemaire croissant bag, it's a body, like a crossbody or a sling or whatever. So that could be much more versatile. So that is the second brand. The third brand is Heru, and I think I'm saying that correctly. This one was started back in 2014 in Spain, and they have a Catalan foundation. When I visited Spain, and we got a little bit of the history between like the Spanish people and the Catalan, like it's like a whole civil dispute or whatever. It's pretty interesting. If you are interested, definitely take a look at the history. But Catalan people are very proud of their heritage. So that's why I think like they kind of, emphasize on that fact. They use family manufacturers throughout Spain. They also use vegetable tan leathers and organic cotton. They also have a lot of collaborations, which also leads to me to think that, hey, because they're successful, that's why there's a lot of collaborations happening. So I was taking a look at their designs. I like the cabasso canvas or leather. That style just makes me really feel like, hey, I'm in Spain, I'm on the beach, very summery look. But then when it's like, I'm looking at the website here, it's like a neutral heaven and I love it. Even their colorful ones, like their green or their pinks as well as blues. They're all very muted colors, so you can definitely say they're on the neutral side. And this one is just, I love the colors. The bag itself, I only have two that I bookmarked that I feel like are very my style. The Castel and the Cabasso. Those are the two different ones that I like a lot. The rest of them are not, like the braided things, kind of not like my jam. And then the Boya, it's okay. Like it looks like a beach ball, so not really my thing. But yeah, I like the colors. I like the pastel-y, very neutral palette tone that they have. I would die for all of their colors and leathers, but the styles, it's okay. Probably not my first choice. All right, the fourth brand is Mietis. I was actually really excited to have found this one. So the first three brands are asked by all of you to do a review. And the next two brands is something I went down the rabbit hole once I started looking at these. And of course, like I said, Instagram likes to get me all the time. And Instagram literally just like hits me with advertisements after advertisements. So I have basically filtered all of that and came to these couple brands, at least for now. I'll probably do more in the future. It seems like I'm starting a series with this, right? I filter these couples that have, drawn my attention, that I think is deserve or worthy of you to look at as well. If you haven't subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button for me and give me a like on this video to let me know that you enjoy this type of series that I've been doing kind of randomly as I come across, different indie brands. If you want my honest review, I'm more than happy to do more of these. What am I doing at night? Scrolling on Instagram in bed? Yeah, looking at bags. That's what I'm doing. It's like an obsession as well as a pastime leisure activity. All right, so going back to this fourth brand, Mietis. This is going to be also a Spanish brand. I think I did a bunch of French brands and now I'm doing a bunch of Spanish brands, not on purpose, obviously. But this one was founded back in 2017 in Barcelona, and they do have a flagship store there. Their business model, I kind of actually appreciate, because their business model is made on a pre-order basis so that they don't overproduce and then they go on sale. And then, I kind of like that, right? A different kind of business model, and I think I can appreciate it. And I think there are a couple more that are on my radar that also operates on their on the pre-order or perhaps just small batches, and it's always sold out on their website, and I kind of appreciate that, right? So anyways, they're made in Spain and they say they use high quality leather, but they don't really tell you if it's chrome leather or chrome tanned or vegetable plain tanned, but they've got really playful vibes, right? Very different from the previous one, Heru, where it's very neutral, very beachy, very, Catalan is what they are going for. Whereas this one is on the opposite spectrum, where it's very playful, a very, whimsical kind of vibes. The models that I like, I think that's pretty much all the information that they shared, but the models that I like is the Tatio, and kind of looks like a croissant. I don't know the weight of this bag. I'm also looking at the colors of it. If this actually came in, I think there's one bag, which I kind of didn't like that red, but if it came in more solid colors, I would totally be willing to give it a try and purchase the bag, which of course I'm not gonna, they have like one or two, but if you look at, most of them, they're going to be two-tone bags. Same thing with the next one I really, really like, which is the Jill bag. I love the hardware on the opening and closing of it. It's like the jewelry brand, the French jewelry brand, where it's the Chaumet. Is it Chaumet? The bracelet, right? Where it's like the geometrical design, and I love that. It's super cute and unique, but again, it's two-toned. I'm not a fan of two-tone. So if they made solid colors of this one, my wallet is gonna suffer. And it also looks like their strap for the Jill bag is adjustable so that you can shrink it down, kind of like the APC bag, right? Where you can shrink it down to make it a shoulder bag, or you can extend it and make it a crossbody bag. So I kind of like that design. Then it's the Kulita. The Kulita, yes. This is a yes for me. It looks a little small, but it's a yes. Especially that one where it's completely brown. I don't know. It just looks very high quality. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's kind of wrap things up with the last brand, with Gardo. Again, another Spanish brand. So they were started in 2011 and they have a store in Madrid. So this is not really, I think they did start as a bag brand like most of these did. This one actually started as a jewelry brand. So they are porcelain makers. They make jewelry, they make sculptures, they make jewelry boxes and little vases. And I think it's super unique. Now, if you look at these bags, would I wear these out on the street? Probably not. Let's just face it. I would probably buy one of these as an art piece, just like my Toby bag, the stowed bag that I got my dogs, printed on. I was gonna wear it, and my boyfriend's like, "Don't wear that. That's an art piece. I know it's a bag, but you should just," again, if you haven't seen my video, I'm currently in a hotel right now, which is why my background is a little bit different. I don't have any of my bags with me, which is why I've been using like my random totes that I found throughout the house and my Uniqlo sling bag. Yes, if you haven't seen that video of what's going on in my life and why I'm not consistently posting videos, definitely check out, I'll link, above below for you. My house is a wreck right now. And the only like bag that's not a random tote that I have around is my stowed Toby bag that I didn't bring down to Nashville. And I was like, maybe I should use this bag. My boyfriend's like, "No, that's an art piece." So what I was really my point is Andreia Gardo's bags are like art pieces. You may want to take it out to a night of dinner, maybe like a charity event or some special, fancy event that you are attending. But other than that, I feel like it is a perfect piece to kind of just put on the shelf as an art piece. So yeah, the one I think if I had to go for one, and I don't know, is the rabbit head mini bag. I think that is just adorable. It's not too much, it's not too little, it's still a statement bag, and it's little enough for you to kind of carry it to dinner, etc. But I ventured over to, their jewelry. The flower panther necklace is to die for. I'm sorry, if that's not a statement piece, I don't know what is. It is gorgeous. Would I have an opportunity to wear that? Probably not. But I think that is a gorgeous art piece. If you want to go for something smaller, I think the rabbit ring is adorable. Now, keep in mind, these are porcelain pieces that is built into a bag or on jewelry. Durability. I mean, for me, I knock into everything. I just banged up my foot sitting down here at the hotel couch just now. So for me to wear a porcelain piece, I don't know, probably will break in half in like 2 seconds. But it's pretty to look at, right? So again, that is a quick review. I don't know how quick that was, but it was a quick review. Again, with me going through my crisis right now, this is actually a lot of fun for me. I was up until like 1 or 2 in the morning last night, kind of trying to plan out this video, but it was a nice way to release my stress and go back to what I've been doing on a regular basis for the past year and a half. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do come back for more. Check out some of the videos that I've done in the past. If you're more interested in indie brands, I have a whole entire playlist for you. So definitely go check that out. And again, I hope to see you back soon. Life is hard. You know what? Screw it. I'm not even going to do my outro. I can't remember it. It's been 3 weeks. I'm so rusty, but I'll see you next time.